Oh, no.
How about on this side? Oh, okay. No, let's shop that. It's going to pool. There's no reason why we shouldn't pay them that. I know that you've got
I get to hug you? Oh, good. We miss you.
Well, yeah.
I'm saying hi to you, Jake. It's like that Saturday Night Live thing.
Right. I don't know. I'm not sure. I should ask somebody. How was your good? I just didn't wish them
I'm going to try to talk loud enough so that you can all hear me. Is there someone who cannot hear me right now? Welcome to our show. The kids have worked so hard on this to tell the story of Hannah Senesh, who is one of Israel's heroines, for her bravery, which you will hear about in the show. I told the kids as we were practicing some songs and things before curtain that they have learned a lot this year. Besides the Hebrew that we studied, the prayers, the Torah stuff, they've learned a little bit about Holocaust. They've learned a little bit about Hannah Senesh's life, her poetry, some of the poems that have been put to music. So they are singing in Hebrew and in English tonight. They've learned how to be on stage, which is going to be so important when they have their bar and bat mitzvah, to have the courage to be up there by themselves. They've learned copious amounts of lines, and I'm so, so proud of them. So I do want to tell you a little bit about teen theater. I'm not going to take up too much time, but we do have a program called Eitz Chaim Theater, Teen Theater, and this is the first show, which is really a combination kind of between religious school and the teen theater, as it turns out to be, because we had to take some funds from the theater program to pay for the mics. But this is the first show that we've done since COVID. And we will be doing more shows, so I'm hoping that the kids who are on the stage tonight will audition for those shows. We have two wonderful students who are part of the class who decided not to be on stage in an acting role, but they have done amazing work on lights and on an associate production person. So I'm so proud of all of them. And if you would like to donate to the Eitz Chaim theater program, your dollars would be so welcome. It costs a lot to put on a show, even a small one like this. So sit back and enjoy Hannah Senesh, Blessed is the Match.
How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Your statement, please.
I was born in Budapest. When the farmers in the villages were hungry for bread and threatened landowners, the landowners blamed it on my people, the Jews. You took away my citizenship with your hate, so I went away to build a true homeland, a Jewish homeland. All of you who led Hungary into war, I condemn you. You joined forces with the Germans and so became my enemy. You raised your hand to Hitler, then you raised it against my people. You still have time to save the Jews of Hungary. And if you don't, every Jew who is alive when Hungary falls will blame you.
Yeah.
November 10th, 1938, Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass. In the dark hours between midnight and dawn, we watched hopelessly as the Gestapo lashed out against Jewish homes, stores, and synagogues.
In one section, an 18-year-old boy was thrown from a third-story building down to the street below, along with beds and other furniture. The order went out to the police: do not stop the Gestapo. Mama, isn't it time to stop anti-Semitism? We Jews have been abused throughout history.
If we wait it out, people will come to their senses. They'll leave us alone.
No, Mama.
What else can we do, Hannah?
There is no future for us here.
You're still listening to your Zionist friends.
I'm going to go to Palestine. To work for a future there.
Palestine? And when will you go?
As soon as I graduate high school this year.
Someone will find a solution, Hannah. Be patient.
In the eyes of others, we are strangers, outsiders, people who don't belong.
But Palestine?
This is my solution. We should all pack our bags and leave.
Palestine? There's only sand and desert.
Mama, Palestine is our homeland. November 1938. I am preparing for a life in Palestine. I am sad to leave Hungary, but whoever is aware of their Jewishness cannot continue here with eyes closed.
Always with the diary. What now, writing about your Palestine dream?
It's not a dream, Mama.
And do your Zionist friends tell you that Palestine is the Garden of Eden?
They say that everything is beautiful stems from Palestine.
Don't be naive, Hannah. You don't live in Germany. Hungarians are safe, and we have a future here. So just put the diary away, and please, try and get some studying done.
Hannah, have you heard?
Heard what? I heard about the list.
Prohibitions against us all. Jews can't hold positions in communications media. Jews can't teach, be lawyers, or doctors anymore. The Hungarian government can take land owned by Jews anywhere in the country.
What?
So Germany has come to Hungary.
Yes, and the definition of who is a Jew.
How can they tell? Most Hungarian Jews are assimilated. They've married non-Jews, converted to Christianity. How can they tell who's a Jew anymore?
Well, the list, Mrs. Senesh.
There is a list, Mama. The new law says that a Jew is not only anyone who practices Judaism, but also one who is born a Jew and converted to Christianity.
Nonsense. That's all it is.
The Hungarian definition goes even further. It's even stricter than Hitler's in Germany.
Think of poor Maria. Her family converted just to escape all this.
And now, Parliament won't accept the conversion.
Well, the Jews won't accept Parliament's rules. We'll change it in no time.
I need to feel that my life has meaning, that I am needed in this world.
What do you mean?
I have a goal that I am heading towards. Zionism gives me meaning.
You've become a different person, Hannah.
It's a very good feeling.
But what about your dreams?
Aren't you going to become a professional writer and a teacher?
Dreams change, don't they? There are too many other issues right now. I'd be happy if you all came to Palestine with me. I don't want us to be torn apart.
Then don't tear us apart. Hannah, stay here in Hungary.
If you tell me not to go, I won't go. But I will be miserable here.
A ship left today with Hungarian Jews aboard.
I wish I could have gone with them.
Oh, Hannah, you're already living in another world. And you want so much to go to Palestine. Go. Go, Hannah. I give you my blessing.
You will come with me, Mama?
Hungary's my home, just as Palestine is yours now. I can't leave.
What about you, Bella?
I'm not as courageous as you, Hannah. You'll just have to write to us.
Mama, you'll think about it? I'll miss you so much.
Listen, Hannah, just listen. Hitler isn't going to be stopped. It's war. World War II.
All routes for civil travel outside of Hungary are sealed.
No! How will I get to Palestine now?
You'll find a way out, Hannah.
You'll go to the representative of Palestine or the Jewish Social Aid Agency.
Someone out there has to help you.
The day before Rosh Hashanah, I found a group of Slovaks going to Palestine, and they could take me along with them. Come with me, Mama.
I can't. You know that already.
My train leaves tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
September 13th, 1939. Mama and I left together for the train station. Some of my friends met us along the way. They wanted to see me off and say goodbye. You came to say goodbye.
Here's a book and a little bag of sweets for the journey.
Here's another notebook, just in case you need to write something down. I brought you a brand new pen.
You all are so dear to me.
I miss you terribly.
And I'll miss all of you.
Do you have everything you need, Hannah?
Packed only what I need, Mama.
And will you stay safe?
I worry about you. All of you. Here. You stay safe.
Please remember to write.
Yes, please write. Of course I'll write. Mama, I'll write you every day. If any of you change your mind about coming,
Goodbye, Hannah. Please, I love you. Please write.
Miss you.
it is Yom Kippur, September 23rd, 1939. There is a little sabra in the olive tree behind me. In front of me are cypress trees, cacti, and the Emek Valley. I am in Nahalal in Eretz Yisrael. I am home.
Her letters to all of us are cheerful. The bell rings at 5:30 a.m. I get up. I have a wash basin in our room so I can brush my teeth, get washed, and get dressed for the day. 5:30 a.m.? I can't imagine her getting up so early.
At 6, the bell rings again. I go to class. Chemistry, botany, general agriculture, and fruit gardening. So different from your literature classes.
I'm about to have my first class in dairy farming and nutrition. And of course, there's Hebrew class.
I've been assigned to the vineyard. I hoe around the roots and tie back the branches.
The food, the food. Most of the time, I don't even know what it's called. All I know about the food is I eat it and like it.
If I meet a boy for the first time, I wonder what Mama would think of him.
It is now the end of February, Mama. The distance is great in miles, but If I look at myself in the mirror and see my tangled hair, I can actually feel your disapproving gaze on me. If I do something I know is right, Mama, I know you would approve, and I feel that our thoughts are meeting somewhere, perhaps midway above the sea. Let the time come quickly when we will be together again.
We hear settlers are being restricted.
Restricted how?
To 2,000 square miles of the 60,000 British governments here in Palestine.
What? That's so little.
The colonial office is trying to appease the Arabs.
Here and in all the Arab nations around us.
I wouldn't be surprised if they forbid any more Jews to enter Palestine.
When will something be done about it?
Jews and non-Jews around the world have protested.
And yet they still do nothing.
Oh, something is being done. The British have increased the search for refugee boats.
And Jews have been arrested and sent to British prison camps.
I heard that some Jewish boats have been turned back to sea.
Back to where? Hitler's Europe?
Hannah writes that Jewish opinions toward Britain have grown more bitter. A Jewish group, the Irgun, is planning resistance with guns. They're trying to expel the British from Palestine entirely. I worry about Hannah. Everything there seems ready to explode.
I feel very much alone. Sometimes I feel as if I'm thinking about important things in a dream and not understanding what it is all about.
April 1940, Blitzkrieg.
The lightning war of the Germans. A swift attack by the Air Force with a Panzer tank division all at once to defeat an enemy quickly.
One by one, the nations have fallen to Germany, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, Netherlands.
Now Germany is invading France.
June 4th, 1940. Here, the sky is a brilliant blue. Peace encompasses the land. But I want to shout into the radio. It's a lie. There are a million dead in Europe. Bombings, men and women injured, cities destroyed.
June 18th, the German army is at the gates of Paris.
Paris? My son George studies in Paris. I'm worried about him.
The city may fall today, Paris and all of France, and perhaps the whole world.
What is to become of us?
Italy has entered the war as a German ally.
The danger is closer than ever to Palestine. In Hannah.
A letter message.
I'm working in the hay press, gathering the fodder, and so on. I'm brown as a berry, and the pitchfork feels as comfortable in my hand as the pen once did. Don't worry about me, Mama. I worry all the time.
The British stopped another refugee boat from docking.
The ship sank, Hannah.
And some of the passengers drowned.
What can we do? I feel powerless.
We all do.
Well, I'm not going to sit around as if it's the end of the world. I'm going to Jerusalem. I have some friends I want to visit, especially Alex.
Hannah, I'm so glad you're able to come. I have something for you. Go ahead, open it.
A necklace. How beautiful. Help me put it on. Thank you, Alex.
You know I don't like to be without you, Hannah.
I know you're fond of me, Alex.
Fond? Is that all you know? Hannah, I love you. I'm asking you to marry me.
Marry you? But we're so different. Our education, our perspective on life.
Love can overcome all those differences.
Alex, I respect you. I like you very much, but I don't feel as you do.
Please, don't say anything more. Just listen. Do you suppose you could grow to love me even a little?
I can't answer you right now.
Then I'll wait. We'll see each other from time to time as usual, and I'll wait as long as I need to.
It's the 5th bombing this week. This is crazy.
Alex just proposed to me.
And? What did you say?
He's honest, decent, good. I could live a pleasant, simple life with him.
But you're hesitating.
'Cause I don't love him. And I don't know where life is leading me.
And that is your answer, Hannah.
The German army's in Greece now.
Greece, that's so close.
No one dares ask, what if the Germans come here?
If I close my eyes and listen only to my heart, I hear the pounding of fear.
What are we missing?
There is no one to say enough. Perhaps I should.
Do you think they'd listen to you?
No, of course not.
So, until the Messiah comes, who will make them listen? What do we do? Nothing?
I can't do that either.
June 1941. Greece has fallen, and there's fighting going on in Egypt and in Syria.
I've been writing poetry, Nana, about living and death. This one is called To Die. To die. So young to die. No, not I. I love the warm, sunny skies, light song, shining eyes. I want no war, no battle cry. No, not I. But if it must be that I live today, with blood and death on every hand, praise be God for the grace I'll say, if I should die this day.
Upon your soil, my home, my land. The cities of Haifa and Tel Aviv are being bombed. Hani hears the explosions in Nahalal.
Germany has invaded Russia. We've heard. We've talked to the refugees from Poland who just arrived. They told us horror stories of Jews being forced from their homes, expelled from cities, even children and babies, and shot.
They are taking many to ghettos.
They're crowding them into small walled-in portions of cities.
They have little to eat.
They can't escape or even communicate with the outside world.
Dear God, if you've kindled a fire in my heart, give me the strength to do what needs to be done for the house of Israel. Do I believe in God? For me, God is a symbol for all the forces of good that I believe in. I believe that the world was created for good, despite everything. December 1941. The United States has just entered the war. I have moved into kibbutz with mostly Sabras, young people born in Palestine who are very different from me.
Shalom, Hannah. Can you believe it's December? Almost 1942.
We've heard that the United States has just entered the war.
Yeah, so have we. Thank God. So, how's kibbutz life treating you?
I still feel as though I'm a complete stranger. I only talk to people at work or at meals.
Well, here I am. Tell me everything.
The news from Europe. Thousands of Jews have died of starvation or disease. The Gestapo rounds up groups of Jews daily for resettlement.
Resettlement where?
A a better ghetto, they are told. But they drive them 20 miles out of the ghetto of Vilna and kill them in a woods called Ponary.
Dear God, and is this true? How did you find out?
My mother wrote me that a school teacher who had been taken for a resettlement was shot and left for dead. After the Germans left, she crawled out of the mass burial pit and made her way back to Vilna. Many young men and women heard her words and have become a part of the Partisans organization. They fight for honor and vengeance, but not for victory or life.
They fight to their deaths.
Shalom.
Shalom, Kamani. I'm here to urge all of you young settlers to join the Palma.
What's the Palma?
A Jewish commando unit created to defend the land.
It's finally happening.
The time is right. We heard on the radio that Germans are approaching from Egypt.
I'd like to volunteer. My name is Hannah Senesh.
Hannah, this is
Hannah, please, reconsider. It is too dangerous.
I'm sorry, Alex. I have to do this.
You will make a very suitable candidate, Hannah. I've heard about you. Your bravery is what we need. We'd be proud to have you in our group.
I walked the beaches of Kibbutz Sdot Yam for hours, trying to figure out my faith in myself, and the land, and in the future. Eli, Eli, Shalom Yigamer Le'olam, Ha'ol V'Hayam, Rishru Shel Hamayim, Be'erah HaShamayim, Tfilat Ha'adam, Ha'ol V'Hayam, Rishru Shel Hamayim, Be'erah HaShamayim, Tfilat Ha'adam. My God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart.
January 1943.
The Allies have sent bombers to destroy oil refineries in Romania.
But hundreds of Allied airmen were shot down and captured.
We know almost nothing about German defenses in this area.
Hannah Senesh?
Yes?
I'm Aronson. The Palmach sent me. You're from Hungary?
Yes, my family's still there.
Mine also is still in Hungary. Can I sit down? The Palmach is setting up headquarters in my kibbutz. They're planning a rescue mission to Europe. How? Parachutes will be dropped behind enemy lines in the German-occupied countries.
What then?
They'll organize a resistance to the Germans and lead out Jews trapped there. This is it. This is what?
I've been wanting to do the same thing for a long time now.
Then you will join us?
Yes, I'm absolutely ready.
Good, I'll let you know how things develop.
The Jews have been in the ghetto there a long time. They heard that the Jews were going to attack the ghetto on April 19th, the first day of Passover, as a birthday present to Hitler. The Jews planned to resist the attack.
Here in Palestine, we've been following the news. At 6 a.m., the first battle of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising began. The Germans who entered the ghetto were met with explosives. They panicked and fled. The Jews were victorious.
The fighting continued for days. On May 8th, the Germans found the headquarters of the Jewish Fighting Organization and blew it up. They sent gas into the interior.
Some fighters committed suicide. Others were overcome by gas. Inside the ghetto, the last of the fighters had almost no ammunition left. The Germans sent in tanks and troops with orders to completely destroy the ghetto, house by house.
On May 26th, the Germans declared victory.
They blew up the Grand Synagogue in celebration.
The explosion was heard all over Warsaw.
It's already May 27th. Rosen has returned to my kibbutz. The mission has been approved. He submitted my name and I will be called soon.
Hannah, it's possible they will call us any day now. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Of course, there's no doubt in my mind.
This assignment will be difficult. Aren't you afraid?
I'm afraid of nothing. I've stored everything in here. I'm a soldier. I'm ready to do my part.
Then meet Yoel Paulji, a member of my team.
Pleased to meet you, Hannah. I'm on my way to the parachute course. I'm not looking forward to it.
It's nothing. You go up in a plane, you jump, and you're right back on the ground.
You make it sound like child's play.
You'll do fine. Training has been over for 2 weeks. When do we leave?
Patience, Hannah.
How can you say that when the Germans are on the borders of Hungary and Romania? I say we go in now, before it's too late.
You know we have to wait for British orders.
Well, why is it taking so long?
They're gathering more information to make sure it will be safe.
Safe? How can parachuting anywhere in Europe be safe now? It's March already. By April, it may be too late.
Hannah, you're such a rebel.
You're not always right, you know.
Let's get ready. Finally!
Plans have changed. It's too dangerous to parachute into Hungary right now, so we'll land in Yugoslavia.
Then what?
We'll meet up with the partisans. They've been operating behind enemy lines for a long time now. My brother and my father. They've been taken to Dachau concentration camp.
This is why we're going. We have important work to do.
They've asked us to write letters home, just in case. But don't mention the mission.
February 1944. The partisans have parachuted 37 Jewish special forces into Hungary to work with the partisans and to rescue Jews about to be deported to death camps.
Did you know it's already June? We've been with the partisans for long enough. It's time we cross into Hungary. We're on the ocean for a tea. The village is only a mile away and they've been gone for hours. Something's gone wrong, I can tell.
We'll wait here until they return.
The Germans are coming! Give me the transmitter! Any weapons! Now dig! We have to bury you!
Cover everything with leaves!
Make a run for it! Let's get as far away as possible!
It's too late, they're here!
What do we do?
Put your arms around it!
What?
You, over there! What are you doing in the forest? Us? We're just trying to get a few private moments away from our families. They didn't approve of our relationship. Pick that up.
I don't believe your story. You're coming with me to the police headquarters.
What for? We've done nothing wrong.
We'll see. If you're right, you'll be able to leave. If not, I pity you both. Now move it!
Mrs. Senesh, you're being summoned to military headquarters as a witness. Come with me.
A witness for what? I haven't seen any crimes.
Come along, you'll be home very soon. Hurry up. Sit. Let the record show that this meeting is being conducted on June 17th, 1944. Do you have any children?
2, George and Hannah.
And where are
In Palestine. George just arrived. Hannah's been there for several years.
they? And why did Hannah leave home?
Our Jewish youth have no future in Hungary. Hannah wanted to have a bright future in Palestine.
What were her ambitions? What did she want to be before she left?
Hannah wanted to be a writer and a teacher.
Are you sure about that, Mrs. Senesh?
You can question her teachers. They will tell you the same thing.
Very well. Sign this and swear that your statement is true.
I swear.
Now, where do you really think your daughter is right now?
I told you, she's in Palestine.
No, Mrs. Senesh. She is here in the next room. I'll bring her in so you can talk to her and persuade her to tell us everything she knows. And if she doesn't, this will be your last meeting.
Forgive me.
Speak to her. Get us to tell her everything. Well, why don't you talk?
There's no need to repeat yourself. We both heard you.
I'll leave you two alone for a while.
Am I the reason you came back?
No, Mommy, you're not to blame.
Your tooth wasn't knocked out here.
No, not here.
And your hands and your face and all that.
Whispering is not allowed. Enough for today. Mrs. Senesh, I could keep you here, but I'm taking your age into consideration. Go home, and if we need you, we'll telephone. Not a word about this to anyone. Understand?
Court is now in session. All rise for the Honorable Judge Tobias. Be seated.
October 1944. The trial of Hannah Senesh on the charge of treason. Captain Simon, head of the lower tribunal.
Hannah Senesh, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Very well. And the decision of the judges?
The punishment for treason is death, but since we are unable to reach a decision at this time, no sentence will be pronounced.
Hannah Senesh will be taken back to prison until a decision can be made. There will be another trial before a tribunal in November.
Court adjourned.
November 7th, 1944.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Captain Simon.
Name?
Captain Senesh.
Captain. Captain Simon is in the cell with another prisoner. You can wait for him here.
Hannah Senesh, sit. You've been sentenced to death.
Sentenced to death? No. I wish to appeal. Bring in my lawyer.
You cannot appeal. You may ask for mercy.
I was tried before a lower tribunal. I know I have the right to appeal.
There are no appeals.
I want to see my mother.
Denied. Do you or do you not wish to ask for mercy?
Do you think I'm going to plead with your hangmen and murderers? No, I will never ask for mercy.
In that case, you will die.
Excuse me, my name is Hannah Senesh. Hannah Senesh is my daughter. I would like a visitor pass to see her.
The case no longer has anything to do with me.
Then who is in charge of the case?
Sit down. Do you know what your daughter's case is about?
The lawyers briefed me after the trial.
Your daughter, after renouncing her Hungarian citizenship, joined the British Armed Forces and was a radio officer for the Parachute Corps. Last spring, she flew from Cairo, through Italy to Yugoslavia, where she was dropped and spent a long time with the partisans.
No.
Your daughter entered Hungary with the purpose of saving Jews and British prisoners of war. In other words, your daughter is guilty of major crimes against the interests of Hungary.
That isn't true.
Your daughter was found with a military transmitter. Consequently, the military tribunal found her guilty with treason and demanded the supreme penalty.
Such things exist? I wasn't allowed to see her.
And this penalty has already been carried out.
What? I wasn't even allowed to see her.
You'll be given farewell letters. She wrote several, though I must pay tribute to your daughter's exceptional courage and strength of character. Even in the last moments, she was truly proud of being a Jew.
I don't know what actually did.
Her offense was very brave.
She stands innocent before all of us and God. I don't doubt that at all.
She was an exceptional human being. Pity she chose the wrong path. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Sir, the gunshot a few minutes ago?
Yes.
It was for Hannah, wasn't it?
Goodbye, Mrs. Senesh.
Simon had just come from Hannah's execution. Later after the war, it was determined that Simon's superiors had fled before passing sentence on Hannah. He decided to perform this last official act of executing her himself.
Why? We'll never know. When he was brought to trial, Hannah's illegal execution was established. The farewell letters she had written were never delivered. Simon took them and all other documents relating to the case when he fled the country.
At the prison, I was given Hannah's personal effects. In the pocket of a dress, I found an undated note. Dearest Mother, I don't know what to say, only this. A million thanks, and forgive me, if you can. With love forever, your daughter.
My friend, Hannah Senesh, was only 23 years old when she was executed.
Her remains were moved from Hungary to Israel, where she was buried in the military cemetery, Mount Herzl, Jerusalem.
Much later, a fellow parachutist gave Hannah's mother a poem she wrote before shortly crossing into the Hungarian border.
Mrs. Senesh, this poem shows the passion for good that was within your daughter.
May she be remembered for a blessing.
We may have gotten out of practice of doing this for a while. I don't know about you, but this is like my first play I've seen in a long time. If you want to stand up and give them a standing ovation, I encourage you to do so. If you want to give an extra ovation to Dr. Dresser, and to everybody who worked not only on stage, but also backstage and all the production crew. Come on. If you're like me, you may have traveled to different communities around this country. I'm not sure how many synagogues are doing things like this. Thank you again for all of your support. I think that there are ways to give. Multiples of 18, multiples of 50, multiples of whatever you want to do. You can do so at the front desk. Thank you, everybody, for tonight and for all things. Another round of applause.